Here we're doing some distillation. We're going to go through some train wreck that he's already distilled in the fridges using the ACO method. Anyway, this is the new weed witch. I don't know what we're going to call it, but anyway, it's running about 4,500 watts on a 3-inch still. It's probably entering a gallon every 15-20 minutes. Anyway, we'll calculate it on the next run. As you see, we're just going to be pouring another gallon in here. So that means we've already done 2 gallons, another gallon going in, so that's 3 gallons, and then we're going to shut it down and then pull the oil out. Anyway, so we're just going to fill it, and then I'll go through it as it runs and see what happens. Anyway, so as you see there, this version is going to be a 5-gallon version. That means 5 gallons of alcohol. If you're saturating your alcohol to every gallon, say 40 grams to 120 grams for every gallon, that means a 5-gallon run, you'll have over a pound of oil when we've taken it out of here. To remove that 5 gallons, well, if you're doing 5 gallons an hour, if you're dumping 5 gallons an hour, 6-7 gallons an hour, if you're using a 3 or 4-inch still, well, shit, that means you're emptying this unit here under an hour. So startup time and returning your alcohol time can be done in a very short period of time. Again, you can change the wattage, and if you go up to 16,000 watts, well, you're going to heat the water within about the first 10-15 minutes. And then you'll complete your run with 16,000 watts. Actually, I wouldn't even go 16,000 watts. But anyway, if you did 8,000 watts, you complete the 5 gallons under an hour. And that's start up and shut down. So that was good, man. We've got to hit the ring. Of course, yes, it's filled with water. We have a unit here, which I'll bring the camera down later and show you that basically you shouldn't need to fill this with water, because all it's doing, it's just when the water heats up to 212, it's just being recondensed, so just running down, so you're not building up any pressure, and just saves you bloody filling the thing all the time. So what else? It's got a couple of portholes there, so you can do a sample port. So yeah, so you can still part of the oil out going through the run, so you're checking on color and the consistency of it as well, so you can really play with it. Or you can do an added profile by adding terpenes to the very end of it, meaning that anyway, getting too complicated, we'll leave it. I'm bullshitting too much. And we'll see how it goes. I'll wait till it starts to fire up and then we'll go through it. Hey guys, okay, yeah. We got a gallon in how long? So that's 18 minutes. But we've been playing with the power as well. We've turned off 2 elements and let it run for 8 minutes without the power running, just 1 element. So playing around, but still 1 gallon we brought out in about 18 minutes. So if you're looking at it, you're roughly getting just over 3 gallons an hour. We're messing around with it. So going from wattage change 4,500 down to 1,500. So anyway, running well. Within the next, like I say, 15 minutes, this will be done, and then we'll come and check out the oil. What else do I need to talk about it? It's not pressurized. It's an open vessel. Everything is just condensed through condensing coils. So there's no, how would I say, there's no vapor leaving the unit. You have a sight glass, like I was saying before, so you can check on your product. And again, you do have a bleed hole, and that's about it. And for those that are in the 502 or getting into the industry where you're wanting to dump a lot of product, There is a connection that goes on this that you can do a continuous feed. to whatever's running out. So if you've got 3 or 4 gallons coming out an hour, you can actually you can put that into the unit, so you just bypass it. You have to go through a pre-warming tank as well before it does that. That's really about it. You don't have to use water as your heating source. You can use oil. Just got to change the elements. And again, how much water would this use to cool down a product? Depending on how fast you run it, how much BTUs you have going into the unit to what it's doing. I think we're pumping out there looking at the water. I would say we're probably going through, geez, no, I won't even surmise. We're not going through too much. Probably the flow coming out of here, I'd say about 5 times that is what the water we're using out there. So we're not using too much water. But that's really about it, guys. It's economical, it's limited power, it's in a boiler, safe, yeah. And then again, you know, if we insulate this as well, we're going to, you know, you're actually going to be more efficient. So the heat's not leaving the unit, because with a unit this size, you're probably losing about 300 watts, 300 to 400 watts in just losing that heat outside the skin. So.
Yeah, you know, the interesting, just the two cultures, same language, we can just call.
Okay, now we've got them plugged in. So there we go. Okay, so this is your water in the boiler. Okay, this is going to be the temperature down below. This is the temperature up here. Okay, we're running around about 1500 watts. We've taken everything off, so we're just running 1500 watts. We're going to now be turning everything off. Okay. We're going to have a look down in here, if you can see it. Now see if I can zoom in there, guys. There we have it. It's fairly dark. Hopefully it comes up on the screen. But it's thickening up. Okay, so to get rid of 3.5 gallons is around just over an hour. Coming down. Last few drips coming out. Pretty much all alcohol. Before we did get some flavors coming out. Okay, we have an emptying tap on this as well, so when you finish it you can empty this. That's where your water goes. The glass vessel here is just basically that's basically so you can see the water lines in there. It won't be on there when this unit is actually sold. That's just for me to find out how much water, if any water, it uses. What else? I think that's about it, guys. So this is out for the bigger Weed Witch. So again, this will be a 5 gallon. It's either going to be a 3 or a 4 inch still. We're not quite sure which one. Well, guys, here we go with the oil. This is probably 40% of the total of 2,000 grams. So anyway, there we have it. It's a really clean product that will now remove the remaining of the alcohol from it. And that's it. That's the train wreck. And we'll give you final numbers when we finally get everything done. Because we've still got... how many more gallons have we got?
We got 6 more liters.
6 more liters, okay. And then we'll find out the total count.
And whatever's soaked up into the other material.
Cool. Okay.